Oh, hey, I think it says I am live. I, like the others, have not done a Facebook Live in a long time. I do stream to Facebook a lot, but that's usually from StreamYard. So, hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, my lovelies. I am Jennifer Elliott. I am an author. I mainly do a whole lot of short stories and flash fiction. I draw and write poetry. Um, I work with Owlite Network and Fakecore Publishing for all my stuff. I I know I say a lot. Sorry. I interview authors, I interview haunters, I write stories, I read stories. I need to stop saying I apologize. Please, how are you doing today? What do you like to read? I explore death. I explore grief. I explore family and how they can move on or how they live through. I am a CNA through and through. I have either volunteered or worked at a nursing home a lot in my life. I have taken that and rolled with it, and I fell in love with the idea of ghost hunting and what can happen. Hey, cool. I am starting to get comments. Hi, Angel. You're always amazing. I wanted to see if what happens in the afterlife, what goes on, the different ghosts, and I'm not telling you what you should believe or what you shouldn't believe. I just like to explore what is out there. Ghost stories, ghost hunting, how to delve with death, how people do their death rituals, and what they do across the world. That is why I love Lauren the Mortician, Caitlin Doherty. I suck at names, but I do recommend both of them, and I am trying to find other morticians to learn from as well. I want to give stories that are true to the heart of family, true to the heart of what actually happens, and if you can continue. Friday and her friends are ghost hunters, and they work at the nursing home as well. Michael's a nurse. Elizabeth is a nurse. Friday works in the billing office, and Sage is a CNA as well. They all work at Pepperidge Nursing and Rehab. Don't ask me why I chose that name. I just thought it sounded good. It is based in DuQuoin, Georgia. There is no DuQuoin, Georgia. Technically, the stories are a mix of Soddy Daisy, Tennessee, and Trenton, Georgia, and Flat Rock, Alabama, and Rising Fawn, Georgia. It's all those places mixed together in one town that is imaginary, and all the people are based on real people, real things that have happened in life, deaths, the way we dealt with it, who we saw, who we met. It is not a complete replica of the people, but and the stories have been shared from different nurses, different CNAs from the nursing home as well, and they have been taken and given my spin. I also have other stories. I have a series I'm writing about Death himself. If he was a entity that would literally come get you and lead you on to the afterlife. I have prepared a a reading of one of the flash fictions. I am in 12, I think, or 13 different titles. State of Mind is my poetry novel. Well, novel, but not poetry volume. That is written by me, pictures drawn, and stuff. It has a lot of feelings, a mix of depression and happiness, and dealing with real life. Art and Insanity is a mix of my poetry and my daughter Cassie's art. And I'm just really proud to have been in a book with her. Killing Stroke is a couple of poems. One ode to Raz T. Slasher's Jim's Cabin. How I think a situation might happen with him. Another one is about a lady who's got tired of the pigs of the world and has decided to do something about it. And she does. She gets rid of them, so to speak. Let's see. What other do I have? Dark Dreams, All the Emotion at Once. Sage comes home and she has the conversation of a death that just happened at work and how it affected her with her wife. Darkness Screams, Howling Deep, Catching a Friend. This little ghost girl decides she wants to keep this child who's been playing with her as a friend forever. So she finds a way to make that happen. Going Home in Darkness Screams, Whisper Quiet is another ghost story about this one family who likes to collect children and make their family bigger. And this one little medium girl gets caught in that. Fae Propaganda is about a little girl who is helped by a really nice fairy that has helped her mom, a witch, for a very long time. These people has this really bad idea about witches and what they are and what they're not. And they go through and kidnap her. And he helps her get to her family's house. And by the time she gets there, her family has found a way to get her mom back. My brain is very odd, so hopefully some of this actually sounds really cool. Honesty in Verse is another anthology that I'm in. That it's a bunch of self-care poetry, depression, and other poetry that I would hope helps inspire. Onward's Adventures, Fantastic Tales, is about a half-dragon innkeeper. His friends come over to celebrate their new marriage, and a couple of giants come to ask for a meal. But they don't know this because the giants usually cause a whole bunch of problems and kill people. These are the odd ones out, and they found out from his dad that he is a great chef. So they asked him to make them a meal. The whole town bands together and they find a little clearing and make them a meal and become friends. Nightmare Whiskers, Our First Day, is about a shape-shifting spider who was married a human. He has a child, and the child tells about their first day together of just them at home. They have a good day. They draw, get snacks. Mom takes care of a burglar who has decided to come in. Really good meal. In the Owlite Menagerie, you get the full case. of a haunting. How Barbara and her family has been terrorized by these ghosts. Her mom she calls Friday and the Dukill paranormal investigators, and they come in right there that day. They decide, nope, this is bad, and they get rid of the problem. I like to think I did really good. I'm really proud of that story. And I'm proud of my Fae propaganda story. Because those are probably the longest ones I've written. And I have trouble with writing actual full novels. This has not been a thing I've been able to accomplish yet. I don't fit in well with the other romance authors or horror writers, but I like to think that my stuff is pretty good. I am learning and I am getting better, which is why I was actually kind of surprised I get to be here with you amazing people. Yes, Onward Adventures. I was in the Fantastic Tales with you, and her Angel Nix's story was really great. I do recommend reading her story. If anything else, read hers. I love the adventure they go on to get the book. And please. But then again, I recommend everything that Angel Nix has ever written. Just go read it. She is a great author and a great person. Let's see. It Comes in the Night and Nightmare Whiskers. These aliens that tower above skyscrapers are walking the planet, trying to find something. But nobody knows what. All they see is these aliens, different colors, shapes, but they're these long, lanky creatures, and with rectangular heads. They don't care. They're just walking, looking for whatever this is. This one family that the story from their point of view, this one mother's telling about what's happened. And the end of the story is what can happen when these large creatures are walking the planet. Let's see. State of Mind. Yep, that one. Okay, I've done that one. I think those are all the ones I'm in. You're very welcome, Angel. The comments are not coming up on my phone, so I have it up on my computer because I recommend doing that. I've watched a whole lot of the live since Angel's live at 7 something this morning. Well, it was 7 something for me because I am Central Time. I watched it as we were getting ready to take the kids to school, and then I finished it after I got back from getting the kids to school. With all the lives, I do recommend that you have like an alternate place to read the comments. Why am I an author and I cannot do words? The comments, if you are doing your live on your phone, they don't come up. I don't know why. But I did not bring all my gear because my heater broke. And we're spending the time at my family's house until it gets warmer and the new heater can actually work with that. So, I hope everybody has lived through the snowpocalypse. I am really happy for those who are still here and still reading and still writing. What is something that you think I should explore in a story when it comes to grief? When it comes to death? A ghost story, a person passing. In my stories, I have it from a medical professional's point of view, how they're dealing with death of their residents. I also have stories of dealing with death from a child point of view, because I have been dealing with a whole lot of death since I was a kid. I saw my parents die, and uncles and aunts and grandparents. There are friend deaths in my stories, loss of a significant others. In my ghost story coming up that I am going to read, it is the crossing over after a medical event. Death comes in, and he in this one, he's actually in the background because he has his family members who have passed away before him come help him transition to the next life. Do you guys have any questions about anything? And if you do have questions later, I will come back and I will answer you in the comments. Or if you are an author, you are welcome to come on in unprinted pages and we can talk about what you do. Because I love to talk to authors. I love to listen and learn and become better. Let's see. I am going to read you the flash fiction, What Now? And if there are any comments, I won't be able to see them for a couple minutes. I sat up on the side of the bed and stood up. I suddenly felt like a rope from my chest was attached to the replica of myself that was still laying flat, unmoving where I lay before. I could see a blue wispy strand the width of my pinky finger from me to it. Then I heard voices. Jean and Jocelyn, my sisters, Ronna and Steve, their husbands, standing by the door talking about if I would wake up, as well as the prospect of what life I would have after I stroke. But I'm standing right here. Why can't they see me? Next thing I know, a voice from behind me said, "You won't have to worry about that. When Daddy gets here, we'll be leaving this realm until we have to get Mom." I whip around. I realize I can't walk further away from the bed. Standing in front of me was Annie. She passed away 22 years ago. But she looks like she did when I was 10 and she was 19. How are you here? It's nearing your time, and death does not only come alone. A loved one comes and gets each person as they die. When it's time, he will come get us. She smiled. What do you mean it's my time? Why would we have to come get Mom? I don't even know how I ended up here in the hospital attached to that thing on the bed. I ended up yelling. I realized I was afraid and started crying. Derek, please stop yelling. I understand. This is confusing. You had a stroke and they tried to bring you back, but your brain is too damaged for it to work properly anymore. When Daddy arrives, your body will fully have given up. Then we can go to the next realm of existence, she explained. The heart monitor started beeping. I looked up, and the zigzag line had gone straight. Suddenly, the blue line attached to that thing on the bed disappeared. Annie grabbed my shoulder and led me to the corner by the window as the nurses and the doctor ran in. I could hear them. They were talking. My family were crying as they were being pushed out of the room. It's okay, boy. You are transitioning to death. You'll be able to hear them when we come back for your mom, Daddy said, as he leaned against the right side of the doorframe. A man I'd never seen before stood behind him. His suit was slightly singed, and he looked exhausted. What do you mean, come back for Mom? I whispered, dumbfounded at seeing Dad again. He died a couple months after Annie. She won't be able to take losing you too, so we will help her transition too. Come now, we need to get going. You will love it, Dad explained. Annie wrapped her arm around mine and guided me out the door. Our family is crying as they walked out the double doors to the left, at the end of the hall, past the nurse's desk. The man in the suit waved his arm. A brilliant blue light with swirling white in it was at the right side on the end. Annie started pulling me toward it. It's okay. It's the door to the other side. We have to give you a tour and show you how it works, she said as we walked. I was speechless and still confused. It gave no resistance as I put my foot in. I can't describe how beautiful it is. Dad nodded at the man in the suit. He bowed his head slightly. She led me through with Daddy. The world I knew disappeared as the door closed with the man on the suit's wave to us. I've been interested in answer to Angel's comment. I have saw so much death in my life, and I wanted to think through it, because it's not easy when you watch your parents die of cancer and you watch them die because their COPD made their lungs give out. It's not easy at all. And I wanted to be able to get past it, get through it, and understand. But also, I don't want to be afraid of it. I don't want others to be afraid of it. The funeral itself is so taboo and set aside, and it's in awe. I want people to think about how it actually works, what actually happens. I want to talk to more morticians and find out how that works. I want to talk to, at some point, I want to get grief counselors on here and talk about transitioning through it, working through it as a survivor. I just have thought about that. I haven't tried finding a grief counselor to just talk about how grieving works yet. That is a thing I want to do in the future. So, we are nearing the last 5 minutes of the half hour. Did anybody else have a question or a comment? Or do you have something else, Angel? What do you think? I hope that you guys will give the idea of checking out my stuff a chance. I hope that you will give the idea of not letting death be taboo. Understanding it's just a process of being a human. And what can happen if you believe in ghosts. I want to know about your ghost stories. Hey, Joanna, do you have any questions about the stories about death and ghosts? Oh, I have not posted that. I am sorry. All but 2 are up here. I'm going to get the last 2 on my carousel thing as soon as I can. Hold on. That's my link tree. Give me a second. I accidentally closed out the document that had my author thing. There we go. The place to where you can find all the... Let me use my actual mouse because it'll actually move. Okay, that is my link tree where you can find all the things. This is the place to find all of my books that I've been in. We will work on getting the last 2 up soon. The Art and Insanity and the Killing Stroke. I just realized today that those both have not been added. But also I am really, really proud of Art and Insanity. My kid worked so hard on all that art, and I'm so proud of her doing that. I'm so proud of being in Whiskers, Nightmare Whiskers with Sophia, because she drew the mommy picture and we both drew a mommy son picture for my poem, Our First Day. I am actually very proud of my youngest son because he has been accepted in the fairy tale anthology that's going to come out soon through Facor as well. His art, the Little Mermaid collection. He made his own little Friends of Ariel and Cousin of Sebastian set. Some of those are going to be in there. Thank you, Joanna. There are a myriad of things. I know that I don't fit in with all the different romance and everything the way I have seen, because there's so many amazing authors in this group that write so many amazing stories. And I want you all to go check out all of those. And, oh no, I have forgot who's next. Angel, please help. Who was next? I had it in my brain, but I wanted to make sure I got everything, so I made notes, and I forgot to put that note on. I actually forgot 2 of the books on here as well, and I had to find those real quick. The 4 or 5 authors before me have been awesome. I know I've read I know I've read Angel stuff. But I'm looking forward to reading Gina's and Joanna's and that other lovely author. I can't remember her name. But I hope you all will have an amazing day. And I hope you give a chance to all the authors here. Thank you for being here. Bree Rose at 1. Okay. It'll be noon Central, 1 o'clock Eastern. And give them all a chance. Oh, thank you, Joanna. I've added you to mine this morning as well, because I didn't know you existed. Michelle Edwards. Yes. Please give them a chance. And definitely watch their lives. Go follow them. Everybody in this group, all the authors, go follow them. Go put them on your TBR. Get your coffee or your tea and just read them all. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys have the best day ever. And I hope to just read everybody here. Thank you. Bye. Oh, that was the other author. Michelle Edwards was the one I missed. Yes, please go check them. Thank you, Angel.